What's happening, everybody? Thanks for tuning into the channel. Kicking it a bit old school today with the setup I got going on for your Habs trade proposals. These are viewer only Habs trade proposals. I'm going to be doing my own on a separate video, but this is all about you guys. This is all about your trade proposals that you submitted through YouTube and Twitter. So let's get right to them. We're going to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly, all three of them. So I'll give a little bit of analysis as best I can, but I just want to get all of your guys' takes in here, your trade proposals. So let's get right to it. So let's start with Al Belso. Al Belso proposing Monahan or Edmondson to LA for a first or second round pick in 2023. Colorado also possibly interested in Edmondson. So not bad. I mean, this is like the Sean Monahan trade proposal I had. I mean, we know that Monahan's still not fully healthy right now, although he is practicing with the team. So I wish I would have I think I would have saw more Sean Monahan trade proposals if he was healthy right now. I don't really hate this. Monahan or Edmondson to LA for a first. I mean, the only thing with that is it will definitely be outside of the top 10. Very likely, of course, that Colorado will be going on a deeper playoff run. But I do think that Colorado could possibly be interested in Edmondson. I don't know, but I think they'd be more interested in Monahan or Jonathan Drouin at this point. And then Brian DeRoche, Edmondson to Edmonton. That's going to be a tongue twister if that actually happens, isn't it? For a 23 first-round pick and Puljujärvi. I don't think I actually said this one yet. Sorry. So Edmondson to Edmonton for a 23 first-round pick and Puljujärvi Habs retain all salary. I think they value Puljujärvi too high for that. Puljujärvi's 6'4", 201 pounds. Career statistics aren't fantastic. I mean, 311 games played, 51 goals, 58 assists, good for 109 points in those 311 games, 102 penalty minutes, and in 20 career playoff games, Puljujärvi has 3 goals, 2 assists. I don't know that the Edmonton Oilers want to get rid of Puljujärvi. I do think that his numbers, if you look at them at face value, are a little underwhelming. He's 24 years old, going to be 25 shortly, but not sure I love it. But it is under the good trade proposal, so it's still possible. This is a tongue twister trying to do this, let me tell you. So from Spokes, we have Edmondson and a third and a low-end prospect for Edmonton's first-round pick and Tyler Yamamoto. I don't know that the Oilers would go for this either, but Montreal would retain salary here. It would have to be a higher-end prospect, in my opinion, is what I put in my notes here. A lower-end prospect, some might feel would be like a Jan Mysak. They're saying maybe Dadonov and Hoffman and a fifth. This is also a second trade proposal. Sorry. So I think it would have to be a higher-end prospect if the Oilers are going to move on from Yamamoto. No question in my mind. So I don't think it's. I mean, I could have put this under bad, but I like the return from Montreal. I do like Yamamoto as well, but let's just keep moving on. So Dadonov and Hoffman and a fifth for Dadonov and Hoffman for a fifth and second from Seattle. I don't know why I put that under good. I don't know if it's a great trade proposal. It kind of is, actually, though. I don't think we would get a second for those guys, but Mike Hoffman is a goal scorer, so to me it's a higher, like, I think you got to value Hoffman's goal scoring is what I'm getting at. Let's get into the bad trade proposals. So I categorize these as bad. Don't be offended, guys, but like, I'm just going by gut feel here, and maybe I'm wrong. Honestly, maybe I'm wrong, but let's just get right to them. A Josh Anderson trade proposal is a bad one to start with, in my opinion, because I don't think we should trade him anymore unless the return is just a fleece. It's outstanding. All right. Josh Anderson from Sam B here, and a second for Devin Levi straight up. This was like a spelling error, I think. But basically, it's Josh Anderson and a second-round pick for Devin Levi straight up, which the Buffalo Sabres would never do because he is the next man up. The Buffalo Sabres have needed a goaltender for far too long for them to move on from a prospect like Devin Levi, especially with Josh Anderson, who would be joining a still rebuilding Buffalo Sabres team, although it would be a decent fit with Tage Thompson being another big body on that team. I just don't think it would work. Jonathan Drouin to Colorado for a second-round pick in 23 and a third in 2024, salary retained by the Habs. They would never go for this, I don't think, because from Spence here. This is from Spence. I don't think Drouin is worth a second-round pick at this point. I think he's maybe worth a third, but who knows? I don't think he's worth more than a third-round pick at this point, though. Maybe another pick in there. So Drouin to Colorado for a second-round pick in 23 and third round in 2024. Retained by the Habs. Salary retained by the Habs. So in that instance, yes, like if you really look at the whole package you proposed for a third and a second, I think it would be more like a third and a fourth, though. So that's kind of my opinion on that. I don't think that Drouin's quite worth a second. From Doomer, Josh Anderson and Caden Primo to Calgary for a 2023 first, and Dustin Wolf, goalie prospect who has very good AHL numbers right now. So I don't think it's enough for Anderson though. So I'm putting this under bad because I don't want to give Calgary a goalie prospect. We still don't know what Caden Primo is. The Canadiens just re-signed him for 3 years, so they still believe in him. And Josh Anderson, I don't think it's enough for Dustin Wolf. And and a first round pick. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's still quite enough. I think the Canadiens value Anderson still too high, and to give up Primo, a top potential prospect, we don't know what he's going to be. I know, but we don't know, and therefore I don't think you can risk that just for a 2023 first round pick. And Dustin Wolf, who does again have very good AHL numbers, but I'm not so sure on it right now. So Sandis proposes Hoffman for a fifth. Just trade him. I think Mike Hoffman's goal scoring is undervalued. He can still put in decent numbers. He's been playing pretty good hockey lately. I've had no complaints about Mike Hoffman. So I think you got to get at least a third for Mike Hoffman. Third and a fifth. That's what I would go for. All right. Brendan Bishop proposes Jake Allen and Justin Barron. I really don't like this one. Jake Allen and Justin Barron and a fourth round pick for Thatcher Demko. I think this is supposed to go under ugly and not bad because this is an ugly one. Jake Allen, who is still basically Montreal's starting goaltender right now, splitting the net with Sam Montembeault. But Justin Barron, who's been getting better and his confidence has been going up lately, I think this should have gone under ugly because this is ugly. Jake Allen and Justin Barron for a fourth round pick for Thatcher Demko. That's got to go under ugly. I'm sorry I didn't put it there, guys. From Devon, Montreal acquires Cal Peterson and a 2023 first round pick, top 10 protected. LA requires Jake Allen. I did pull up Cal Peterson a moment ago, and in fact, I'm going to do that again here because Cal Peterson, come on, let's go, Hockey DB. Cal Peterson is currently drafted by the Buffalo Sabres. He's a goaltender who shoots right. It says goalie. He shoots right. He's 6'2", 28 years old though, so he's a bit older. So I don't really know that the Canadiens would be that interested. I think they'd rather just keep Jake Allen personally. But again, the first round pick, it is top 10 protected. I don't know. I don't think I like that deal though. Cal Peterson and a first-round pick is not enough for Jake Allen to me, so that's why I put it under bad. Okay, I'm going to go with Edmondson. This is spelled wrong. Joel Edmondson and Drouin, and a third-round pick in 2023 for Turcotte and a fourth. Montreal retains 50%. I don't think the LA Kings would ever do this, so that's why I put it under bad. So I'm going to say no to that. A third-rounder in 2023. I mean, I would love to get Alex Turcotte, but I don't think the LA Kings would ever go for that. From the Habitant. The Habitant, who likes to cause a stir on Twitter, I believe. You know you do. It's all in love, buddy. Okay, so the Habitant, I had to have two columns for this guy for this trade because he's got a big set of proposals here, mainly for Edmondson and Josh Anderson. So for Edmondson, the Edmonton Oilers, this is the trades or the pieces that would come back for the Canadiens. Bourgault and Puljujarvi. The Kings, if we were to trade with them, Spence and a second. With the Devils, Dawson Mercer and a second. The Leafs, Nyes and a second for Anderson retained salary. Interesting trade proposals here. I don't think any of them are very realistic. I don't think. At the same time, I will say to you though, they're not completely impossible. With the Puljujarvi offer, I don't mind that one. I don't think the Leafs are going to give up Nyes with all the hype he's been getting lately, but I can't see Josh Anderson in a Toronto Maple Leafs uniform, by the way, either. I really don't. I mean, as much as the Leafs would love him, the Leafs are going to have to pay up like any other team if they're going to come for Josh Anderson. So, and then it continues with the Calgary Flames. So 2023 top 10 protected first round pick coming from Calgary. This is for Josh Anderson, I believe. For Dustin Wolf, Coronado, and for the Devils, if we were to partner with them in a trade, 2023 first round pick. I can't pronounce this guy's last name, so I'm not even going to try. Mukam Dylan and Casey. And then the Sabres, 2023, top 10 protected first, no arguing, thanks. That's coming from the Habitant on Twitter. That is a funny one, honestly. I mean, I shouldn't have put all these under bad, but I just don't think a lot of them are realistically going to happen. I haven't looked deep enough into some of these prospects to determine, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I wanted to give you guys the chance to air out and argue underneath here in the comments on these trade proposals. It's not about me here. So I'm just kind of the facilitator here. So that being said, I don't think a lot of them are quite realistic. Let's just get into the ugly ones, okay? Because there's not very many of them. There's only about 2 or 3 here. So Mike Pariseau, Jordan Harris to Arizona for the rights to Logan Cooley, and then he changed his mind afterwards, which I don't know. Like, obviously, that's a crazy proposal that would never happen. From Numb Digger, Nick Suzuki for a 10th rounder in 2023, which of course is impossible. There's only 7 rounds in the NHL draft, so it's ugly. With the skull emojis after that. From Cedric, Devin Levi for Lane Hudson. Hashtag Twitter. Hashtag no freaking way. Of course, because that is a horrible proposal. Although Devin Levi could be as successful in terms of, comparables in different positions to Lane Hudson, but we are not getting rid of Lane Hudson. He's our power play quarterback of the future. That is not going to happen. So that being said, guys, that's everything from all you guys who were fortunate enough to submit all these. So leave some comments down below about the trade proposals that you liked, that you didn't like, the ones that you still would like to see made from the Canadiens. It's been a tough go, guys. There has not been much to talk about. So leave it all on the table here, guys. Submit everything you want. Thanks for chiming in to all you guys that submitted trade proposals. I appreciate it. I'm going to be doing my own trade proposals in a separate video very shortly. We got about 2 weeks to the trade deadline, so that'll be coming within the next week. Thanks so much for everything, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Dixie signing off. Ciao.